Okay, so we're going to play a game now. So let me get. So we're going to do. It's a guess the item.
You got to put your hand down. Bunny's going.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Loosely Baked. I'm Bunny Galore, your hostess with the mostest. And joining me on the show today is Vanity Von Glow.
Yes, it's really me.
Ophelia Love.
Hello.
Mahatma Khandi. And Kitty Scott Claus.
Bonjour.
Coming up on the show today, well, I'm going to ask the Loosely Baked Divas, what would they do if they weren't doing drag? And I'm dreading this question, dating tips from the Loosely Baked Divas. Brace yourselves at home, children. All coming up on the show today. Well, girls, hello. Hi.
Hello, Bunny.
How is everybody? Still in one piece, still alive, still surviving?
Yes.
Good.
Physically.
We got a well on this side.
We're here. We're all right.
Just in case.
2020.
2020. Thank you, baked potato. well, talking of which, just to tip you right over that edge, obviously there was a huge explosion on the interweb this week because it was allegedly put forward that actors should retrain and train as something else. It actually turned out to be everybody should retrain, which makes you feel so much better about yourself. But I thought I'd spin this a bit more positive. So in these interviews we've done so many times over the years, I've been asked many times, what would you do if you weren't doing drag? And I thought I'd ask you that question. And I think I'm going to start with Vanity. Because I think you'll probably understand this situation probably more.
It's something that I have given serious thought to, and I am very likely to become a drug dealer. Because it's important. Bette Midler once said that if she hadn't been a performer, she would have been an agent, because you've got to work around talent.
Yes.
You know, she just kind of would need that. So if she weren't the talent, she'd work around it. So you've got to stay near the things that are important to you. And for that reason, I would be involved in organised crime.
Well, I think that's hard to top, that one, but...
I've been told that.
But Vanity...
Kitty, how about you, my love? Would you have any...
Do you know?
I'm dreading this answer. I honestly am like...
Because honestly, my other job was acting. So when this whole thing came out, I was like, well, I'm buggered. And I've got nothing else to do. I can't do anything else. When, during lockdown, my parents decided they took it upon themselves to go out and ask people if they wanted me to work for them. And they came back from the shops and they were like, we've got a job for you in the butchers.
Okay.
I don't think that's very me. I made them call them back up and be like, he's not interested. We're all right, thank you. We're not that desperate.
Would that involve stunning the cows before they're killed?
Stunning them how?
Yeah.
With your looks, man.
With a taser. But I'm sure that would work as well. I know what you mean. That I have the same problem. So my day job was working in wig departments of theatres. I haven't thought that through in this apocalypse at all, because I don't really know. It's been about 18 years since I've had a day job. And that means my CV is a little bit sort of creaky and rusty. But I don't know. How about you, Mahatma? What do you think?
Well, I, like a couple of years ago, I decided I wanted to do two things specifically. And I wanted to do styling and I wanted to do drag. And they both did so well for me that I was like, oh, okay, fuck. I don't know which one to choose. But then I
You should try drag.
I should try drag. I should try it one day. One day I will. One day I will.
Very harsh.
But yeah, so I'll probably go back that route. But like, bollocks to that. I'm not changing my career. Like, I don't care how I graft. I will still do it, and we'll still do this every week together.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Ophelia, what do you think? Do you have any...
So my day job was as a makeup artist. So, I mean, you have to be quite close to people's faces and stuff at the moment, and it tends to be working in TV and in theatre, which is probably the areas that I've been asked to retrain.
You could just get much longer brushes.
Yes.
Have you thought about this? And then you could do it from afar.
I've done it on some customers, and I wish I had those long brushes. Believe me, you can smell last night's dinner
tuna
fresh.
sandwiches.
Yeah,
Or you could do it on dead people. You could be one of those
No.
No?
No.
Is there much demand?
Let's
in
warm
there?
that face up for you, my love. Put bronzer in
Bit of
those cheeks.
spackle there, thank you. No, I am honestly, I think anything to do with health would be my worst job. I could never do that because if I watch half an episode of Casualty, I'll convince myself that I have everything that they have. I'll convince myself
So like
I've had a
someone
car
comes in
crash.
with a broken leg. And
Yes,
you think
I'm
you
like,
have a
oh
broken
no,
leg.
that's it, yeah.
As well.
Broken your leg.
So that's delightful. Yeah. So probably makeup. In answer to your question, I digress.
Well, it's really hard. There's no way out of this, really, is there? We have made our lives like we have, and I think we're going to stick to them to the bitter end.
Yes.
So, girls, I thought we could have some fun with this really quite triggering subject, but we could choose what each other should retrain as. I think that'd be quite fun.
Oh no, okay.
The gloves are off. I'm a bit scared. Shall we start with, so we can confer a little bit. What do you think Kitty should retrain at?
Tory MP because she's full of
Wow.
She wouldn't have to retrain actually, so that's not it.
You could teach Italian, couldn't you? Your native
Sure,
tongue.
no. It's all in the hands, isn't it?
Yeah, it's this form of sign language.
Yeah.
Well, I always thought she looked like a glamorous milkmaid. So I think something to do with that.
I could see up a mountain.
I'll take that, milkmaid.
No,
I'll get a peasant lady outfit.
I mean,
Just a disclaimer,
Oh,
not
you
all
can't say
milkmaids are peasants.
Can you
so.
not say peasant?
yeah, it's true.
Is that that word? Peasant.
Peasant.
Because in my family, it's a very bad word.
I think you make an amazing milkmaid. I can see that now. How about for Mahatma? What do you think?
I know what I'm obviously from Scotland, and in your current attire, you would make a lovely bagpipe. We just stick our lips to you and give you a squeeze.
I
and
love
blow.
being blown.
Yeah.
There it is.
Cheap humour.
It was funny at first, but now it's
That was a cheap gag, that.
it was an old blow.
I'm going to say a whoopee cushion full of cheap gags. No.
For Mahatma.
Don't look her up and down. You literally just went.
Oh.
Don't look down, just look up. Look up. Just keep looking.
I think you should take up preaching or speeching or. Got a very lovely voice.
Oh, thank you.
Soldier
Thank
self,
you.
yeah.
Okay,
You
cool.
said a soldier then. Because you soldier self.
Preaching and speeching.
Yeah. Oh, that's a direct Cheryl Cole quote.
Oh,
She was to someone that was singing on the X Factor. She went, I think you should take up preaching or speeching or something like that. Because that part of it was great. And my great Geordie accent. So clearly that's not in my future.
That's good.
Well, I think that's a lovely idea.
I'm down.
There we
I
go.
can speech.
How about for Ophelia? What do we think, girls?
Rugby player.
What?
A rugby player. Sumo wrestler. With a top knot.
I mean, a cat burglar in this outfit, really.
Exactly, international spy. I was going to go
Hello.
for.
We're going kind,
Espionage.
A crook, a thief.
You could be a spy. You're very fan of ever-changing hair and looks.
Yeah.
Like, you know in the old show Alias, where Jennifer Garner would just peel off one wig and there was always another wig underneath, and it'd peel off another one and there was always another.
I will be Jennifer Garner, thank you very much. I'll take that.
So, and also, now, be kind, girls. What do you think I should retrain as?
Primary
The
school
Little
teacher.
Mermaid.
I was just going to say that. Primary school
Oh,
teacher.
I would love to teach that.
Actually, in this dress, you remind me of when.
Oh!
In this dress, you're reminding me of when Madonna wrote a children's book.
Yes. Oh my god,
And
very
then went
true.
around reading it to, I suppose, children.
Get your glasses on, Bunny.
Oh, an
Yes.
author. An author.
Yes.
Oh,
An
yes,
erotic
could be.
novelist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I always want to be Jackie
Ooh,
Collins.
yeah.
Yes, you would be very Jackie Collins.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, brace yourselves. What do we think Vanity should retrain as?
You could run a cat sanctuary and rescue like cats, and you could also do Dancing with the Stars.
Panthers.
You could kill.
Oh, I see.
You could kill your husband and no one would know.
That's the sort of thing I could do.
I think you'd be a very good lawyer.
I smell politician.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my
I
gosh,
smell
yes.
politician.
That's got
Yeah.
me into trouble in the past. I think I'll stick to the cat's egg.
I think that's why.
That's quite fabulous.
Girls, I've got something might just save 2020 for us. An app that promises to improve your sex life. Now, believe it or not, it's been in the news today. Sachin Rao, 27, had a sexual encounter a few years ago. It left him devastated and distressed, and so he did the one productive thing he could do, which was create an app that makes you better in bed. So, what do you think about this, girls? Cyber sex, but in a sort of more productive way.
What does it? I mean, is it like a choreography?
It might be painted by numbers. It's called Blue Heart, so I'm guessing it's quite graphic.
Blue heart for the man with blue balls.
It could be like Couch to 5K. It could like lead you up. Like, week by week. It's like, well done, you're doing great. Look at Sarah, look at someone.
Yes, she'll do it.
Oh, she'll do it.
Keep
I'm
going,
really
I know
proud
you
of
can do it.
I'm really proud of you.
I want to quickly ask, how is the Couch to 5K going, Kitty?
Finished it.
Finished
We both
it.
didn't we?
Smashed it. I have, yeah.
Oh, so you've done 5K? Or, that sounds like a jigsaw puzzle, doesn't it? Have you finished it yet?
Finished it like
well done.
yesterday.
So, would you use a sex app though? What would you in that way?
In that way, I mean, I'd be intrigued more than anything to see what it does.
Use it on your own.
Doing stretches in the bedroom.
We're in a pandemic. You can't go near anyone.
No, can't. Big one.
Is it really any different from? I mean, I think particularly in teenage magazines for like girls, Cosmopolitan. There's always little tips on how to do this and that, aren't there?
Oh, yeah.
And I assume there are in men's magazines too, but of course I've never read any of those. And is it? It's not. They can't be too different from that.
No, I guess not. I'm guessing I haven't seen the app, so I don't really know. I don't. There's an instruction manual. The diagrams, maybe.
It's the blue grinder.
It's the
Maybe there's a scratch and sniff function. That would be modern.
Wow, on your phone?
Also, technology is happening.
Are we there?
Yeah, we're in the future.
Oh, is this exciting? Isn't it? Well, I know what I'll be downloading later on, girls. But
I just don't know if there's a market for it. Is there really a market for it? I don't think. I mean,
Well, it's free.
oh, is it?
It's free. It says,
Yeah.
yeah.
Can you imagine someone just being like, just give me 2
Getting
seconds.
jiggered
I
a
just
bit
need to. Right. She's telling me to do. Is that better? No.
Wait, is this the right?
No, don't like it.
Excuse me. Can I just like what?
Yeah, like no.
No.
it's
No.
strange, isn't it? I think like a lot of online services, well, the whole world's gone online now, hasn't it? It's whether it be therapy or watercolor challenge, it's all these things.
Talk shows.
Yeah. I think we're better behind a screen, aren't we?
Yes.
Really? We're, not live and in person. I think it's. Well, I was going to ask you girls as well about dating tips for 2020 because at the moment we can't meet people. So I wasn't going to ask who's single or who's married, but the ones that are rocking back and forth are single. Just take that as a visual cue. But at this point, a lot of my friends at the moment are trying to meet someone new, and it's more or less impossible. Does anybody? I'm asking for an old lady here. Does anybody have any tips about how to meet a gentleman in 2020?
For me, at the moment, this is so not helpful, but I'm very much single. Dating, I know. Don't tell the husband. He doesn't know yet. But dating is just not where I'm at the moment. With like, I don't want to because it's all like paranoia from like the virus and like lockdown and everything. I'm like, I don't want to have to go and put myself out there and like sit on a first date and just be like, I do this and like.
How's your year been? Right?
Also, got bugger all to talk about.
Yes, that's true.
Sorry, I'm shouting. I'm getting very passionate. I'm Italian.
Is that the wig or just the whole thing?
I'm gonna be sick.
I wish you would be.
If you met somebody, what would you talk about right
You
now?
literally went on a date 2 days ago.
Outed.
Yeah, but nothing really happened.
Right, so that's bollocks.
But that was
Discard what she says, it's not true. Practice what you preach.
We'll cut that.
Okay, Mahatma, how are you feeling? Well, what advice could you give to our viewers out there about dating?
I think we should have a whole segment with just
I think
Kitty's dating tips.
I think
but,
yes.
I don't know. I mean, I'm single too. But I'm okay with that because I don't believe in relationships. Sorry, guys, I don't.
Do you not?
I don't. I don't. I can't.
Is that 2020 or just like
just in
the whole
general?
thing?
Just in general, and I support others. I just don't support my own.
Well, that is a whole can of worms. I'm always being very optimistic. I have to say, lately, I probably would agree with you.
I'm still a hopeless romantic. I mean, I grew up in the '90s, so every movie just told me mate for life. But I'm not
What
searching.
films were you watching? Tarzan.
All of that. But yeah, I mean, when it comes,
I don't remember that from Tarzan.
The films I grew up with told me if I went to Italy, I'd have a doppelganger, and then I'd get to perform at the Coliseum and tell the
that's a
other
great
boy.
film.
Yeah.
you're younger than me.
It's
So
true, no, but actually true because we do get fed that Hollywood romance story,
Yes,
don't we?
yeah.
And I mean, it's getting to that point where I don't know if I believe in it or not. I would like to think so, and I would love to be proved wrong.
Wined and dined.
Wined and dined, yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
Totally.
But with the added 2020 on top, I think it's quite. Oh my gosh! Now, as far as my memory goes, right, you're both in relationships, is that right?
Together.
Not with each other.
I'm glad I've separated the pair of them. What about any advice for single friends, girls?
Just be yourselves.
To be yourself.
Just be yourself. Be true to you.
Oh.
Don't compromise.
Oh.
Have a nice time. No. I think. Well, I've always found anyway. If you force anything, then it doesn't normally go right. So I think, especially at a time now where it is difficult to meet someone organically, apps and stuff are probably the only way at the moment. Especially because if you go to a club or a bar, you can't even go to another table. So, I mean,
Yes.
That's made it even more difficult.
Or
But-
more of an adventure.
Yeah, but I mean, you can do things I know from. Wow. With the
A
eye.
knowing gaze.
All
from
of the eyes.
The Princess Diana eyes.
I feel like you just want a temple run kind of date. You're just some crystal maze date. Sorry.
You would not go do anything physical on a date. She'd be like, no, thank you.
Always a lady.
Okay. I just think you can I know a few friends that have been on dates with people via they've done Zoom dates and they've put a film on at the same time and
No.
press play. Yeah.
Holy.
Stop it.
Well, I think that's the only way, isn't it? Really, to not break
Can
the
you imagine a
rules.
first date over Zoom?
Yeah.
Hello.
Tell me about yourself. All the waiters
Light a
coming
candle.
up. Stop.
It's like, Mom, tell me more about yourself, please. Mom, I told you not now. Just using the Wi-Fi.
Your mum's on the landline. The dial-up's going.
It's the difficult thing is the meeting part. That's what everyone seems to have an issue with. I met my partner at an orgy in the French Alps, and obviously those have all been cancelled.
Have they?
Well, I'd imagine so. The resorts have all been closed. However, I can testify that when the slopes do open again, the mountain air is quite something for one's libido. So, by all means, as soon as you can go and do these things, one must.
Maybe in New Zealand because they're free of it now. So
That's true. They won't let you in, though, will they?
No.
Not after wearing.
Not looking like that.
just dress as a sheep or a hobbit.
I'm still slightly in shock about the orgy in the Alps. So how cool is that?
It was. I mean,
Oh, easy.
Why is that not on my iPad? Why don't I give out to those sort of things? Like if I go to a car park in Catford. But
well, if you go to an event called Gay Ski Week, there's just
It has that little
a lot to see.
a nod to that, doesn't
A
it?
knowing wink.
yes, there we go. Well, I'm going next
Downstairs wing.
I'm so impressed with that. Well, if you're not traumatized by our advice, I hope you find love in 2020. Okay, girls, it's game show time, and the game of the day is what the tuck is it? The game is what is it and where does it go? So, girls, are you ready? It's been a while since I've been in here. Right. The item of the day is... Ooh.
Fresh hell's that?
I mean, it could be actually
Kitty!
I mean, look at that.
I'm really not impressed.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
very, very angry, actually. It's even the same colour.
Is it a pepper pot?
Pecker. Did you just say, is it a pecker?
I love how you're still trying to play this game with the thing. It's Kitty. It's just
We know what it
Kitty.
is, we've discussed
Look at
it.
that.
same
It's
dress.
just Kitty.
Straight down the barrel.
Straight the Princess
Down
Diana.
our eyes.
Please call in now if you want your free Kitty dolls. What is? Oh, there's water in it. Kitty dolls. Is there water in it? Oh, but like a. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Well, it says vinegar, so I'm guessing it's for vinegar.
Strokes?
No,
Oh, don't.
not that. Is it for vinegar?
Or
Like chip shop, like salt and vinegar.
Salt and vinegar.
Kind of. You're in the right area.
Where'd you find that?
Why is she so angry?
Lick it.
is
You
it?
can take it apart.
Lick it.
Lick it.
Smash it.
Just lick it. Chuck it on the floor.
Rip Kitty. No, Kitty, you've been snatched balls.
I mean, it's something for sprinkling things. It's a vinegar sprinkler. It must be.
No, it's right. What it actually is actually to clean your microwave. So you put water inside and some vinegar. You put Kitty's wig on. And you put the microwave on and it steam cleans it with vinegar.
I didn't even know you needed to clean your
I
microwave.
don't know why she's angry.
You can just do it with a sponge, really.
But we have now discovered what we need to sell on Kitty's website. Well, girls, I think we've covered a lot today. Whether you want to use a sex app to improve your sex life or, well, retrain as a butcher or a baker or a candlestick maker, we are here for you. And we'll be back next week with more Loosely Baked. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.